Okay, maybe that was a bit exaggerated. Anyway, Darius recently invited me to play some Minecraft bingo with him and Grazer, so I agreed because I had nothing else to do. I've never played Minecraft bingo before, so I was excited to see what was awaiting. But it didn't go like expected. I got last place. But Fini, you were still second place 10 seconds before the game ended. How did you get last place? Behold, this is how I got last place 10 seconds before the game ended.
As I was talking to Grazer, we're basically going to play until we finish the full card.
Okay.
But we only have like 1 hour and a half. So if you don't finish it in that time, the one who has finished the most will...
Okay.
Wow, it's all in 10 minutes.
No, I'm starting it now.
Okay. Okay, so we spawned in. This was my POV, but the only interesting thing right now is my bingo card. So let's have a closer look. Okay, so here we have a bunch of items and even achievements we all have to get. We all have the same card. And also, if someone got, say, a cookie, the others can still get it. It's not crossed off entirely. And last but not least, the lines matter the most, otherwise it just counts whoever has the most items. So I obviously, as any Minecraft player would do, started out by getting some wood. To even do anything, I aimed to get some basic tools first, while Grazer already got his first item. Anyway, I wanted to focus on getting the easy items first, and since I spawned right next to some horses...
You already caught that? Okay.
You got a leather? Oh my.
I spawned next to a bunch of cows and horses, so... And just like that, I got my first item. While, okay, Grazer already had 2, but at least I wasn't last place anymore. Okay, never mind. But before it even came to that point, we realized something that would get more and more annoying as the game went on.
Wait, you dropped it and you lost it.
Hmm? Oh, do you need to keep it on you?
I think you do. It says that you lost it.
Oh, that's evil.
Okay, so now we gotta get all the copper tools, the diamond armor and the leather armor all in our inventory at once. Yep, we had to keep all the items in our inventory at all times. And now here's the first step to getting last place. After hearing that rule, you of course don't only craft 1 pair of leather boots, but 2. For some reason. Why would you do that? Anyway, I stopped wasting my time with the leather and just went mining instead.
No.
And while I was just doing anything at that point, Grazer and Darius started locking in. My plan was still to get the easy items first, but as you can see here, where I swam around for a while trying to find a card, I got distracted or too focused on a single item way too easily. That's just unfair. I was hoping to get some fish because I'm like right next to the ocean, but there's nothing in here. But I did use the first night to get both copper tools and nugget and paper, which still left me with last place for now. Looking at the bingo card though, I realized actually getting lines wasn't as easy as getting the first few items. I mean, I wasn't gonna go place a creaking hut, let alone find a pale oak forest. I started wandering around hoping to find anything useful, and I ended up spotting some snow on top of a mountain, but then I realized I didn't know how to craft snow. And instead of looking it up, I just moved on, I guess. I got gravel and made a flint and steel, I got glow lichen, got some more wood, and got a bundle, and as it turned nighttime, I started wandering around and then found some lilac. I eventually even came across a ruined portal, but it didn't end up having anything useful. The night was almost over and I was still behind Darius, who had 1 item more than me, and Grazer, who had 2 lines. So I got rid of the things I didn't need, entered another cave, looking at my bingo card, I'm not quite sure why, then found a spawner, still not sure how that would help with my bingo card, and then proceeded to die and spawn right back where I started. Still, I carried on and got a few easy to craft items, like a tripwire hook and a trapped chest, when I realized that the only thing missing for my first line was orange concrete. Kinda lost my crafting table in the process, but eventually we got there and I had my first line. Oh, and I also wasn't last place anymore. Yay! Since I couldn't think of a better and more productive way to spend the upcoming night, I crafted a fishing rod and tried my luck with getting the fishing achievement and getting 10 caught. And that's basically what I did the whole night. Also, while I was fishing, Darius managed to overtake me again by getting 2 lines, but by the end of the night we also got our 2 things crossed off our bingo card. As it turned daytime, I started strolling around again, and when I came by another horse, I realized I still didn't have my 10 leather, so... Now I only needed rockets for my next line.
Yeah, no, I crafted it.
Luckily, we got another line. The only problem was that my chances of getting a third line were pretty slim. Let's look at our options. I either had to find bamboo, find enough diamonds to craft a piece of armor since I still had snowballs from earlier, or get blackstone bricks and find a village. And what I actually didn't yet realize during the video, getting snow and crafting a crossbow. And while I'm bad at finding any of these things, I decided to head where the others were since they mentioned finding a village. Unfortunately, this is where it all started going downhill. After a while, I gave up following the orange dot and instead tried to find a village on my own. And with 20 minutes left on the clock, I also just decided to search both shipwrecks I came across. Okay, looking back, I guess I thought the blackstone on my bingo card was deep slate, and I thought I would have had a better chance at getting a line by finding diamonds in the shipwreck, but I didn't get that lucky. The next thing I found was a snowy mountain, which finally reminded me of the snow on my bingo card. Unlike before though, I actually took the time to look up the crafting recipe. And right after, I did notice that I could simply craft a crossbow. This finally put me ahead of Darius, and it almost set me tied with Grazer, who just had a few more items. But the following 10 minutes were just horrid. Since I thought the blackstone bricks on my bingo card were deep slate bricks, I continued with mining down, just trying to get to deep slate as quickly as possible. Besides the fact that I was going for a completely different block, it definitely also was a great decision to start digging down on top of a mountain. And after 5 minutes of digging down, obviously without making any progress...
Look at that.
5 lines is insane.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's probably it with me getting tied with Grazer. But at least I was still in second place, and with 4.5 minutes left, there's not a lot of room for Darius to overtake me again, even though I've been doing absolute nonsense for the past few minutes. When I actually reached deep slate, I finally realized that I went for the wrong block, quickly died a tactical death, and ran off one last time. And as I was walking around, the time we had left started slipping away, which wasn't too bad because that meant Darius couldn't...
Yes, oh my goodness.
Huh? Yeah, that's it. I ended up last. And what did we learn from this? Absolutely nothing. I did just as bad when Darius invited me for another round of bingo. I did have a lot of fun though, so if you guys want to invite me again, I'd absolutely be down. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day, night, or whatever really, and yeah, that's it.